Okay, let's have a look now at the Array.exists method. Now, this is a useful method if you want to do various checks on an array to see if an element that fulfills a certain criteria actually exists within that array. So the way we would implement this or test this functionality is create an array at first. We're going to do that like this, and we'll simply let it range from 1 to 5. Okay, like that. So if you're unfamiliar with how to initialize arrays, please have a look at the corresponding video, but this will create an array that ranges from 1 to 5. What we're going to do with this input array is we're going to send it to Array.exists there. And what we're going to provide as a parameter to this is a function. So we're going to define a lambda expression here, and that's going to take one element as input, and it's simply going to check whether that is divisible by 4, like that. If it is, then this function will return true, and if it's not, then the function will return false. And let's execute this and do that in an F# interactive window. Then what we're going to see is that we get a value of true here as soon as this compiles. The reason why that is we have an array here from 1 to 5. It's going to look at each element of that array and compare it or divide it to 4 by 4 and look at the remainder. And if the remainder is 0, it's going to send the value true. And so long as there is one element in the array that fulfills this, the Boolean is going to come out to be true in the end for this entire expression. So because we have the number 4 here, that's going to work out. If I change the element here to 6, let's say, that's outside of the scope of this array, then this is no longer going to work. We're not going to have a element in our array that's divisible by 6 or evenly divisible by 6. So therefore, if we execute that, you can see that the Boolean here is false. So you can elaborate on the function that you actually feed to this Array.exists method and make it a lot more elaborate if you have complex sort of structures that you're trying to evaluate different things for. But in essence, that's how you extract knowledge whether or not some element that fulfills the criteria exists in your array.